You are listening to the Golf Professional Growth Project. My name is Dean Candle, and I'm on a mission to help you, today's golf professional, build the skills it takes to thrive at work and succeed in life. I'm going beyond the traditional education that focuses on golf-specific training and digging deeper to find the real skills, the methods, and the tactics that the most successful people inside and outside of our industry use every day to achieve long-term success. Welcome to episode 1. Thank you for joining. So, what's this show all about? Well, let me start with a question. What do you need in order to succeed in today's golf industry? Do you need to be a great player, expert teacher, or skilled in business and merchandising? Do you need to run the best tournaments? And what about customer service? Can you succeed if you don't provide a memorable golf experience? In many positions, whether as a head golf professional, a GM, director of golf, even as an assistant professional, the expectation is that you have all of those skills and then some. Once you put golf professional or PGA professional next to your name, people expect you to be an expert in all areas of the game of golf and in all areas of running a golf operation. And many of you out there are experts in all of those areas. We have so many great golf professionals. If we have all the skills of our profession and are trained to operate the businesses that our leaders trust us with, why do some golf professionals still fail to sustain success over the long term? Or worse yet, never manage to achieve the goals that they set out in their careers? Is it from a lack of the industry-specific skills, or as Tony Pancake, their director of golf and operations at Crooked Stick Golf Club, called them in our conversation, the vocational skills? Do some fail by lacking these skills? Sure, some do. But many others fail for a lack of what are most commonly referred to as the soft skills. And it's not just specific to our industry, which is why there's a famous quote that reads, "People are hired for their technical skills and fired for their soft skills." That quote makes me think of the interview process as I was seeking a head golf professional position. I clearly remember being asked plenty of questions about my teaching philosophy, my merchandising philosophy, my playing background, running events, how I got to where I was, and where I wanted to go in my career. But nothing about how I lead others, how I stay organized, what I do to improve myself, how I was going to motivate and communicate with those around me, or plenty of other possibilities that would have been completely relevant to ask in that situation. And after a number of different times through that process, I think it was 6 to be exact for me, I was finally hired to lead a golf operation as a head professional. And now 10 years later in that same position, on our staff we have a full-time director of instruction that leads our teaching programs. We have a full-time merchandiser that runs the retail operation. And we now have more assistants than I started with back then that all lead the administration of our tournament program. And while I know this situation may not be exactly like yours, I know it's similar to many golf operations that are out there today. So were those interview questions about my teaching, playing, merchandising, and tournament administration relevant if I'm not the one actually doing the bulk of that work? Sure, they're relevant to a point. But what I'm saying here is that as the leaders of the operation, or if you aspire to lead an operation, there are certain skills that are going to serve you better than just focusing on those specific to our industry. Let's take a recent job posting from the PGA of America for Director of Golf position at a private facility. Here are the top 6, as they refer to them, keys to success. Number 1, highly visible, engaging, and personable, with an emphasis on anticipating member and guest needs. So that refers to our ability to communicate and build relationships. 2, collaborates daily with all department heads, specifically the general manager and golf course superintendent. Again, referring to communication. and collaboration. We know that communication equals collaboration. Number 3, service-minded leader with an outgoing communication style that fosters team buy-in. Again, more communication, and now with an emphasis on leadership. Number 4, will attract and build a strong, cohesive team through motivation, empowerment, and continuing education. So here we have leadership ability, management skills, recruitment, training, and coaching. 5, develops a robust instructional and event program that is inclusive of all skill levels. Here, we're talking about your ability to understand your clientele and be a creative programmer that develops attractive events. So are you innovative? Are you creative? Are you knowledgeable enough to create valuable programs? Number 6 is a passionate teacher and club fitter who is focused on building relationships by engaging members in clinics, offering swing tips, and playing golf with the members. So here we are, finally, number 6, with a mention of teaching. But if you read carefully, it actually says using teaching, playing, and club fitting as a vehicle to build strong relationships and engage the members. Not about your skill level in teaching and club fitting and playing, but how you use that to build relationships. 6 keys to success, and all centered around what are often called soft skills. One of my favorite authors is Seth Godin, and I loved his book Tribes. And whenever I see his name appear on any podcast episode, I listen, no questions asked. He said instead of calling them soft skills, let's start calling them real skills. Hey golf pros, how many times have you dealt with a frustrated customer that was never updated on the status of a special order? What about the member that was never told his club arrived as it sat in the corner of the office for days on end? Have you ever wished that you could have a more foolproof special order process so that nothing fell through the cracks and your customers left happy and satisfied every time? Just think about how that could improve your sales. Golf Genius Golf Shop is here to help. Golf Shop is the only product on the market created to help your golf retail business communicate with your customers and organize your orders so you can provide the experience your customers have come to expect in today's retail environment, just like the big box stores and online retailers. Place an order, an email or text goes out notifying your customer. Update the status of an order, and another notification goes out. The order arrives, just click a button and let them know it's here. Plus, you can customize the notifications to match your specific needs. As I mentioned in this episode, I'm always looking for ways to be more productive and save time. That's why I've been using Golf Genius Golf Shop since it was released last year. I love the efficiency it has added to our special orders. My members appreciate the constant communication, and our staff isn't bogged down sending emails or making phone calls every time an order arrives. I can easily check if an order is taking longer than expected by viewing the special order dashboard, which keeps me up to speed with any orders that need attention. The result is increased sales that come from a more consistent, reliable, and efficient special order process. Put a stop to the endless questions about, did you place my order? Or is my order here? And get Golf Genius Golf Shop. For more info, go to golfgenius.com. In one of my most memorable conversations from the Getting Better Now podcast, which is a show I used to host, and if you followed that along with that, I truly appreciate your support. I asked Cameron Doan from Preston Trail, who's also the 2018 National Bill Strasbaugh Award winner. I asked him what were the most important skills that a golf professional needs to succeed in the long term. And without hesitation, without even hesitating for a moment, he rattled off leadership, motivation, organization, and communication. Again, nothing about golf. And Cameron is known as one of the best at coaching and preparing his assistants for success in their careers, and he's keenly aware of what it takes to make it in this business. He's done it himself, and he's helped many others do it too. So this is what the Golf Professional Growth Project is all about. Defining the real skills it takes to succeed in this business and bringing you real-life practical lessons on how to develop these skills and achieve your goals. Personally, I've been on this mission since 2017. For the last 3 years, I've been documenting everything I've been learning about the topics of leadership, management, productivity, and personal development, all on my site, golfprofessionalgrowth.com. And for me, this was all born out of need. As I mentioned earlier, I've been in my current role for 10 years as a head professional at a traditional private golf-only facility in the suburbs of Philadelphia. See, when I got this job, I had enjoyed a pretty good career as an assistant professional, and I truly thought I was ready. I came in there, took the bull by the horns, and was ready to take this club by storm. But as time went on, the more the responsibilities, the tasks, and the challenges of leading people truly started to pile up. And it wore on me, much like it wears on many of you throughout the seasons, taking us away from our families and those things that are truly important to us. So I finally had enough and decided that I was going to learn more skills to get better at time management, to get better at managing and leading people. Getting Things Done by David Allen changed everything for me when it came to productivity. I was able to manage my email, which was truly bogging me down, and help me manage all of my tasks. And it really started to alleviate stress for me. And I'd recommend that book to any of you that are struggling with time management. And then the more I learned about management and leadership, the more I realized I was making mistakes every day and needed to improve. Sure, our operation was doing well, the club was doing well, and we were producing a lot of positive results for the club. But we could have been better. I could have been better, and we could have had a more positive team culture on our staff. So in early 2017, I started to document what I was learning, and that was the beginning of Golf Professional Growth. After about 50,000 words in different articles I've written and 31 episodes of, as I mentioned, the Getting Better Now podcast, here we are. So throughout this process, through research and from conversations with successful people, the belief in my original theory has only strengthened. And that's one, we'll never succeed unless we work on ourselves first. As Jim Rohn famously said, work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Number two, leadership, organization, and communication are the foundational skills for a successful career, and we must constantly strive to improve in these areas. And number three, when we're great at those skills, the rest falls into place. This includes growing the game, inspiring other professionals, and meeting the goals our facilities set out for us. I truly believe that we need to grow ourselves first before we grow the game. The better we are as golf professionals, the wider impact we can make on this game of golf as a whole. So the GPG Project is going to highlight all of these areas through conversations with leaders inside and outside of our industry. I want this to help you learn ways to improve yourself, improve those around you, and ultimately achieve success. So thank you for coming along on this journey. So please subscribe to the podcast and go to golfprofessionalgrowth.com to sign up for GPG. You'll get announcements when new episodes come out and be the first to get new content, all geared toward helping you work smarter and live better. Until next time, thanks for listening.